Just tell me where Sylvie is, Brad.
Hey, welcome back. With the God of Mischief's obviously faulty recollections, Loki Season 2 Episode 2 calls into doubt the show's already convoluted location in the MCU timeline. Since being taken from his timeline, Loki has quickly become a hero. The former villain has had time to reflect on his life and ponder his actual, glorious purpose by the time Loki Season 2 begins. However, Loki's heroic transformation may have been too abrupt even for him. Loki's adventures at the TVA take place outside of the normal spacetime continuum, making it impossible to pinpoint Loki's location in the MCU's chronological timeline. Everything Loki accomplishes in places like the TVA headquarters, the Void, and the Citadel at the end of time appears to happen in the past, present, and future, as well as never. However, Loki's view of time should not shift much. So, if Loki still believes that time moves regularly, his statements to Mobius in Loki Season 2, Episode 2, are pretty perplexing. The way Loki discusses Avengers events doesn't make sense. Loki Season 2 references the Avengers and Tony Stark. After Hunter X-05 upsets Mobius in Loki Season 2, Episode 2, Loki tries to console him by recalling one of his own similar experiences. In the Avengers, Loki explains why he attacked Earth in 2012, saying, "Do you remember that time when I was so angry with my father and brother, I went down to Earth and I held the whole of New York City hostage with an alien army?" While this is correct, Loki's confession seems unusual, given that his recollections of everything that transpired in the Avengers should be fresh in his mind. In actuality, Loki should recall being hauled away by the Avengers after the Battle of New York as the last thing he should remember before being arrested by the TVA. Mobius reveals Loki everything that would have transpired after 2012, including his mother's death and his own death at Thanos' hands, immediately after the TVA officers transport Loki to their headquarters. However, because none of those events have yet occurred from Loki's point of view, he should still consider the aftermath of the Battle of New York to be present. How long has Loki been a resident of the TVA? Loki appears in the Avengers and Loki Seasons 1 and 2. Although the normal idea of time does not apply to the TVA and other places beyond the sacred timeline, events do follow a sense of causality, and characters feel as if they are organically progressing through time. As a result, the frenzied events of Loki Season 1 take place over the course of 1 or 2 days, at most. The tempo of Loki Season 2's first 2 episodes is noticeably slower than that of Season 1, implying that Loki finally got some time to recover after around 2 days of non-stop battle. Loki Season 2's first 2 episodes must take place over 1 or 2 days, given that Loki then gets the TVA up to speed, works with Ouroboros to restore the sacred timeline, looks for Hunter X-05, and studies X-05's tempad. This suggests that Loki's incarceration following his loss to the Avengers in 2012 occurred roughly 4 days before his confession to Mobius, and his use of the phrase, "remember that time when," is out of character. However, Loki's recollections might be warped for another reason, or he could be phrased this way because of Mobius. Loki's MCU history begins more than a century before the present, thanks to his ice giant powers, which allow him to live an extraordinarily long life. Loki may be misremembering the Battle of New York due to his many memories spanning millennia and his recent arrival at the TVA's everlasting headquarters. Loki might also be attempting to sympathize with Mobius by relaying his memories as Mobius perceives them. After all, the TVA agent must be well versed in Loki's whole existence. In any case, Loki has gone through a lot towards the end of Loki Season 2, so his phrasing may not be a priority for him right now. Thanks for watching.